How's it going, everyone? In this video, I'm going to be talking about a big trade I took today. Worked out perfectly. I'm going to talk about how to trade a bear flag on the 5-minute time frame. I have a video already talking about bear flags on the hourly time frame, but I'm going to walk you through this, how to identify this, how to find price targets. But as always, before we get started, be sure you're subscribed to my channel. Click the thumbs up button. Click that bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. First off, I took 2 trades on Tesla today. One of them was a loser, one was a winner. This 241 bounce area was a support area. I was looking to catch some calls down here and take a bounce. It bounced a little bit. I was in the green for a brief second and I held on, and unfortunately it hit my stop loss. But I followed my plan I created pre-market. This is very important to have the proper plan in play. For example, my stop loss was at 239.9. Roughly a little over $1 worth of room to the downside, but the potential, had a potential for a $3 bounce, $3 plus bounce up. So the risk reward was there for me. It was a support. Tesla did have a little bad news yesterday, and the market was pulling with it. Therefore, it just fell through the level. And the volume was actually decreasing, so it didn't look bad. All you can do in that situation is just manage your risk. And that's exactly what we did inside Team Bull. I said, okay, I'm getting out of this. Stopped out. I gave back my profits. I'd take, the first trade I took was SPY calls. I give back every one of my profits on that Tesla trade. But the next Tesla trade, what I want to talk about, was a bear flag on the 5-minute time frame. That's the main reason I created that guide for you all, was help you manage your risk, help you understand how I trade through that video that's included. Now, first off, I like to use this tool here to draw out my flag patterns. I'm using Thinkorswim by TD Ameritrade. That's where I do my charting, and that's where I day trade options. Let's draw the bottom trend here, and let's make the flag pole here. So we have this flag pattern. As you can see, this is a flag, and this is a pole. This is what you call a bear flag. Now, to get my final price target, this is going to seem so simple that it, seems crazy, but it works. This is pretty accurate, and I'm going to talk about how to manage your risk on a bear flag on the 5-minute time frame. So what you want to do here is right click on this flag pole, duplicate it, then you want to grab it, place it at the top of the flag, right at the top of the trend. So now, what I like to do is come to the bottom of this flag pole, and I'm going to use this tool here, and this is how I like to identify my final price target on these flag breakouts. I did not hold to this point. I got out this 237 area because we was having a little hesitation there. SPY was struggling with that level as well. I was very happy with my profits. Now let me talk about how I traded this breakout. I had a bit of an early entry, and a lot of times I like to take an early entry because by the time you break out, you're already into profits. And it does take away from my loss, if the trade goes bad. Let's take a look at it. Let me explain a little more. First off, I took my entry off this 9 EMA here. So around that 241-ish area. So we had a nice push down. We consolidated back. Then we pushed off. The same thing with a bull flag. It's just the opposite. So we pushed off. I got in here. Did exactly what I wanted. Worked out nicely. My stop on this trade personally would have been a break above this 9 EMA. So if we had a nice push above this, I would have simply got out. Or if you're watching the 1-minute time frame, if we had a couple candles open above that, starting to look like it was going to reverse, volume was flipping on me, I would simply get out. Day trade scalps, I never let them run. My losers, I never let them run. Try to let the winners run much as possible and hold them to my price targets. But losers, you got to cut them quickly, and you got to have a plan before you go into any trade. Another trade I want to talk about today is this level. I was watching the same level on Apple yesterday. It never confirmed. It's 143. Now let's just go to the hourly time frame really quickly so you can understand exactly what this level is. You see back here on Monday, it created a support there. Then yesterday on Tuesday, we had a nice gap up. So, we had a couple things working in our favor. First off, that was a support. Second, that would be the gap fill, that 143 area. And even on back to the left, you can see it's the area of confluence as well. Have some bodies opening and closing there. I mean, a nice level. That's what you want to see. This is a textbook area I would like to catch a bounce off of. So let's go back to the 5 minutes. Talk about this trade. I definitely paper handed this because I had a really good trade on Tesla. Keep in mind, let me do a recap real quickly. I took SPY calls off the open. Higher risk trade. This is something I tend to do when we have gap downs rather. Took that, I did really well off that. Then I took that Tesla bounce, lighter size, but I ended up giving back all my profits. So up until that Tesla bear flag trade, I was in the green $75. So I took that bear flag trade, did really well off this, and I took this Apple trade lighter than most, but I ended my day a little over 2,500 on the day, which is double my daily goal. Very happy with today. I could have managed some trades a little better, and I should have held on to this Apple trade even longer. Honestly, I should still be in it with runners. So let's just talk about it. I took it at this, right at this 143 area. I actually waited until we touched. I got in, I think 139 was my fill on the options. I believe it was. I used the 144 calls this week expiration. Had a nice push up. I just scalped it. I was in and out. The market had been, showed weakness. So I was expecting, not to get quite the return I would on a normal day. It was having a nice pullback. SPY was pulling back. But anyways, my first price target should have been up here where my 9 EMA was setting, around this 143.7 area. Next price target should have been up here around this 20 EMA or 20 SMA, 144 area, which would have made for a much better return. And runners, we probably should have held them until, we've seen some weakness. Maybe something coming, maybe see a break back below this 9 EMA here, or a couple 1 minute candles opening below the 9 EMA. And that's all I had for this video. I appreciate everyone for watching. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to me. Appreciate everyone that's purchased the guide. It is still up in my link if you want to go check that out. It does have a video. It's basically like doing a one-on-one with me. But that's all I have. Appreciate you all for watching, and I'll catch you next time.